88.5 Surf FM, a minute to the hour of 10 a.m. in Surface and Lotion, of course, the Eastern Caribbean. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And of course, I'm excited to host yet another edition of House Guests for today's Thursday, the 19th of February 2026. The excitement is, and of course, I see similar shades as mine inside of today's edition. And what do we know? Clarke it is. Congratulations, of course. Just before we begin this discussion, I want to say a special good morning to all those of you, of course, who are online and who have already joined in on this insightful discussion here this morning. But it's not about me. Good morning, and please introduce yourselves to the audience.
Good morning, my name is Kimani Louise, and I'm from the Super Comprehensive Secondary School.
Good morning. My name is Donovan Pascal, and I'm from Fobani Soufre.
Good morning, Miss Nole, Super Comprehensive Housemaster for the Clarke House.
Good morning, Nicola Cyprian from Soufre, House Captain for Clarke.
Good morning. My name is Miss Noel Victor, and I'm the assistant to the housemaster for Clarke.
Now that everyone has introduced themselves, let me officially say congratulations to Clarke House 2026. And we definitely know that it is a three-peat victory. And well done, kudos. And with these things, and I definitely know it's a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears to actually bring the trophy home. It is also a nerve-wracking moment when we're competing, and of course, each house wants to bring forth that trophy. Everybody wants to be at their best, especially our athletes. And we know, yes, we're friends, but on the battlefield, I'm coming to, what do we say? Coming to eat you, yeah?
Yes.
Yes. So just first and foremost, Miss Nole, just share a little about that moment with us, even taking you back to the previous year, which would definitely be 2025.
Um, it's definitely been something fun. I would definitely say it's been more fun than tiring or anything else. The victory from last year definitely stems from the students because I mean, if we don't have any athletes, we don't have any points, we don't have the victory that we had last year. And I would definitely like to say thank you to all of the athletes who always show out. A lot of them in the field events, tug of war. In the case of Amaya Emmanuel, Shaquan, Shaquan Joseph. Trying to remember top of my head, so if I miss anybody, I'm sorry, you guys. Thank you to Devin Mesmin this year and everybody else who has been really just monumental in ensuring that Clarke House is victorious for the last 2 years. Thank you to everybody who has left in the capacity of Leslie Nelson, Simeon, Renel, and the boys. Last year we had majority of our athletes from the Clarke House going forward with two intersecond representing, I guess, the whole under 18 relay team was from Clarke House. So, I mean, it's really something from the students. They really do show out and go out of their way. And I have the backing of some of the most amazing women at SCSS. So thank you as well to the teachers who have really supported all of my crazy ideas and making Clarke really what it is. So it's definitely been something fun, and without the athletes, without the students, we really are nowhere. So the victory is most definitely 90% theirs. So it's really been something fun, and I could definitely say I have the how do I say I'm looking forward. It's not coming. I am definitely in one of the best houses at SCSS. There's no competition when it comes to that. So I am very grateful to be their housemaster. Yes.
The other housemasters are hearing you. You know that as well. And yeah,
But if I can say one thing, it's keep up.
crazy work sometimes, yes. And what does the three-peat really mean for you and even the Clarke House?
It means so much. I mean, in the last couple of years, we were third place and last place, and we just decided that it was not happening anymore. And after a whole 10-year span of being either third place or last place, we moved to first. So it's definitely been something so amazing, so joyous to witness. So I'm definitely very, very pleased to be the housemaster.
And maybe just sharing a little on that moment. What was really going through your head when you realized, like, gosh, Clarke did it again?
Yeah, at first it was just a little bit shocking, but the students were really like, Miss No, don't worry, we're going to win again. That should be coming back to
Confidence,
your
huh?
desk. So it was definitely something amazing to witness and something fun. And our lead definitely increased by a lot as opposed to last year.
Yeah.
So that's definitely again coming from the athletes, and they did what they were supposed to do. We made sure that we remain either first, second, or in between. I guess the only place we faltered a bit would have been table tennis and the shot put.
Yeah.
That's not really our
Yeah.
thing, but the students, they still tried, they participated. So yeah, we were definitely grateful for that as well.
And I'm assuming persons here in my midst, those that made it happen.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
Tell me, share
Correct.
the success story. How was it on the field from start to end? Where you all guys really dominated and where you all really believe, like, like I'm not having it, not today. Share with us.
I think Kimani would be the best to talk about that because
Yeah.
Kimani had the most gold medals in his division, and so I think
Wow.
he
And you
would
didn't come to
definitely be
display
able to
anything
talk.
here.
He's a little shy.
Go ahead.
Well, we started with the road race. I say I have to place for since last year I placed 9. I say I have to place a little lower than that. And I did it. I placed 6. So and
That's
then
good.
afterwards the football, even though we placed last, we still tried. then it was sports. I dominated my division 400 and 800 meters. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
And the relays. So the boys did their thing. So it was definitely something fun.
Miss Lady, you're all smiling. Share with me as well.
For football, of course, Clarke has all the footballers, so of course we dominated football. Thanks to Amaya too, as well. Volleyball, it was me and Amaya on the court with the boys, Shakwan, Kimani, all these people. For track, I placed second in almost all my races, but the relays were good. It was very tiring because, I do a lot, but I still gave it my best. I felt like I could have done more, but we have next year. And next year we're trying to give them 10,000 points.
I'm happy you made mention of you could have done more. So, Hiram, I had to ask you in terms of what was the preparation strategy? What really worked? And again, we say things kind of working better when there's great collaboration and team effort. So, what really worked?
So I'll talk about the girls part. Me and Amaya, we play almost all the sports for the school. So we use the training from our school sports, like for example, volleyball. We use volleyball training for our house. Then football, we play for the club, Black Panthers, and for the senior women's team. So we use that training as well. Table tennis, we play for the school. So pretty much all the sports that we're playing, we had training from other matches in the school, like football, volleyball, etc. And for the running, athletics, gym, all these things, yeah.
Permit me to ask you, did you and your team, were there any strategic change that wasn't implied last year? Like to now, what really worked? Anything new that really helped score, much needed points, in your opinion?
Communication, definitely. Last year we had, especially for the cheerleading as well, there was back and forth and all these things, and communication comes to be a big part in a lot of team sports because there's no I in team. So if you cannot communicate with your team, there's no way you can score points or say, okay, fall back, or you go up so you can help this one score the goal, etc.
Nice. And Miss Nole, your hair just looking beautiful. Share with me in terms of how early in the school term do you begin to really build in, the house momentum, the spirit, and everything,
I
and
believe
even the training for the athletes as well. How
Yes.
early do you guys start?
we start as early as first term.
Yeah.
About October, because road races about that time. So from then on, we began encouraging the students to train, to start eating properly, to practice, and we always encourage them to come out. Whether you're an athlete or not, the points are important. So the more numbers we have, the better. And for the past 3-4 years, we have been dominating the road race. We always come first, right? Yes. And from then on, we kept the first place until the day of track and field, and we came out victorious. So throughout that time, we ensure that the students are training, they participate in every event that we have, and they're always willing. That's the thing with our athletes. We don't have to beg them. They always want to participate, and we love that about them, whether they are good at it or not.
Share with me as well the role of your team. I mean, captains in keeping, the team motivated, because again, sometimes if an athlete comes in and he may not be having the best of day, sometimes I think it reflects and everybody else would feel dampened as well. So how do you keep them grounded or motivated, especially ahead of a big competition?
Okay, so what we do before the field events, for example, basketball, it's not our strongest suit, but we gather them, we speak to them, we encourage them to do their best. Do not give up, even though the points are against us, like we're behind. We tell them don't give up because we need them to win, but if they're not able to, it's still fine. So even though they don't come out victorious, we still tell them they did a good job. We cheer them on, and they know themselves because they're always playing at lunchtime and after school. So everybody knows what each other is strong at. So they give each other an opportunity to play where they're strong at. So nobody is upset with somebody because they are not able to play or that person is hogging the game. So it's shared equally. Everybody has an opportunity to participate.
And nice. Not straying from our discussion, but someone just commented, Johnson St. Pierre, I'm watching you, Miss Victor. All the blushes. Leave that there. How important is teamwork and discipline in achieving a three-peat like this?
Oh, that's very important.
Yeah, that is
And I'm sure to this end, you all guys are still celebrating.
Well, we're hoping to celebrate at the end of the term. We're in the process of raising some money for the house party because we definitely believe our athletes and our students did an amazing job. And last year we did not have one because of funds. So this year we're trying to make it very grand for the year that we missed out this year. So
this is an opportunity.
Yes. So if you definitely would like to support, I mean, these are amazing students. I say amazing athletes, very well rounded, they're grounded. They're awesome. They've done what they're supposed to do. So if you would like to support in any way possible, Ms. Victor, myself, the school, reach out. We are and would definitely be grateful. It does not have to be money. It can be a certificate. We have activities going on at the school and an activity that we are planning. So if it is a certificate, a gift, whatever, we could just raffle and make something happen. That's fine as well. So just reach out and let us know. But to go back to Ms. Cabrina's question, discipline is crucial because at the end of the day, if you are not disciplined, you're not doing what you're supposed to do, there is no way that victory would have been possible. So a lot of the times, we have to, these are teenagers, of course, they'll not want to do things, they get tired just like everybody else. They are not as motivated. So, Ms. Victor and myself and the rest of the Clarke teachers, Ms. Didier, Ms. Fontenelle, we always try to encourage and let them know, just keep to it, keep doing what you're doing an amazing job, and practice makes perfect. So I definitely believe our dedication, the discipline, and the commitment has definitely led us to the victory.
Yes, so Peter, I cannot stop saying congratulations, but every victory comes with challenges.
Yes.
How about we highlight some of those and maybe, in your opinion, what are the possible means of maybe improving, working to better it?
Everybody normally sees our match pass, and everybody is like, "Wow, so goes on for the match pass."
Behind the scenes, it's nerve-wracking.
A lot of begging,
the planning, weeks on end we're planning.
Yeah, because we have a whole rubric for the match pass. Because the community and everybody watching online, etc., would normally see, it's kind of a like and we're having a good time.
But is Is Carnival about to?
No,
I mean,
No. We have a whole
Like,
rubric
yeah.
as to how we're
Goodness.
graded for the match pass and the officials and everything. So I would just like to say thank you to everybody, the sound people who have really made it possible for us. And they could charge us an arm and a leg and they choose not to. They normally bring down the prices for us. So thank you to everybody who has really supported that in the last couple of years. I mean, the houses go all out for the match pass, and it's very secretive, by the way.
The cheerleaders,
Oh, yes.
oh my
Nobody
goodness,
wants to know
man.
what anybody else is doing, so it's very secretive. And the match pass is literally, it's very grand. Like I cannot lie, but it is also very, very time consuming and a lot to handle. We do a lot of begging, a lot of fundraising just to afford some of the things. So this year I had a goat because they are the greatest of all time. But that was they were portraying. Clarke decided that we were putting everybody else to sleep in their crib, so we had a crib for one of the students being the baby wearing the colors of the other houses. Mr. Barrett and the Tuesday house, they always go all out with the leprechauns and
Yes,
the
their
the
mascots.
tracks and everything. And Rodney, I think they had their dragons because everybody is just really excited for that particular time because it's what really brings out the true nature of SCSS sports. So I think that is the most tiring part for us. Afterwards, everybody's like, not to mention the fact that we're walking from the school to the stadium and running and jumping behind all of the students too. So that's really something, but that would be one of the things that normally keeps us on our toes for sure.
And if we have to look at district sports meet, I think definitely SCSS sets the tone, for
We
all
do,
of the
yeah.
sports meet.
We
And
do.
now who's trying to actually surpass that? It's like we need to do better, like SCSS, like they're to die for, man. And imagine you do not want to miss. When you hear SCSS has its sports meets, no one wants to miss that. People would
Yeah.
have gathered along the roads and the pulsating music. I must commend you all on your sound system.
Yeah, and we everybody tries to have a song because nobody wants to be outdone by the other house because at the end of the day we're getting 200 points for the match pass, so that's nobody wants to lose 200 points.
That's a lot.
Yes, that's a lot.
So everybody has a song, everybody has a beat. So ours came from General Biggs, and he is really great as well. He never charges us for the song, and Chester. So it's like it's really great to see everybody just really support a school event because normally when you have school events, a lot of people out there don't want to support because where is the benefit to them? And I had to reach out on my personal Facebook page as well, to ask for some track shoes, and I got them. Kimani was one of the beneficiaries as well, and he did amazing in his event. So Mr. Marvin Healer and Miss Johnny Williams from Sidetrack Delicacies then donated two to us. So that was really, it was really a soft spot for me because it really showed that there are people out there who genuinely care about athletes and students and generally those who are doing their best. So sports definitely brings out something very emotional, something very fun, and it's a really dedicated time for all of us as teachers. I mean, we try our best, and I think we have more fun than the students, to be honest.
Yes.
We have more fun than the students, to be honest. So
Especially you, Miss Nole.
yes,
I think was it last year? I think I was privy to see you and those amazing hairstyles that you put forth.
Really?
Ribbons. Yes, you come out, with a statement,
I
definitely. And who knows? Maybe I could remix you or something nice next year.
Of course, we
The
definitely
uniforms,
keep
Like,
yeah.
Clarke is the best. No one can test.
Exactly
better than the rest. Yes. Let's look at in terms of the school. How does this impact school spirit, and the wider Clarke House community, especially like you made mention, there have been moments where Clarke has never emerged victorious, and reflecting on all the encouragement, all the effort that would have put in for this particular meet, and for some reasons like the odds were against you, how you have to somber and take that bitter loss,
Yeah.
and prepare yourself for the following year.
year.
What strategies? I know people go home and cry.
Yes. I think I'll let the kids answer.
Okay, so you talked about what keeps us motivated and stuff. A lot of people can tell you the Clarke House has one of the biggest freakouts in the entire school. Theo and Jamal.
Yeah, the boys.
Yes, the boys, they really keep the girls and the entire house too motivated when they cheer. Also for the march past, when Taeyeon and Jima will have their dresses and the cheerleaders will circle around them to hype them up, and that's like one of the highlights of the march past as well, to keep us motivated. We would run around the school with our Clarke shirts and just say Clarke and all these things, just to have hype in us to get school spirit. And even also, you will see that even people are not in the Clarke house will have yellow shirts or will ask their friend for yellow shirts to join our hype and all these things. And it just makes the school come together. Nobody has beef with anybody. And that's a time where you'll see the school coming together as well.
Okay. You may not like this. If not Clarke, who else?
Exactly. Come to the fun side.
With everything as well, you made mention of the challenges and working behind the scenes and literally having to be begging for sponsors. I think maybe it could be reviewed in terms of who you tackle as well, and maybe how early you send out those various sponsorships as well. And even not stand alone with the fundraising activities, but look to collaborate. There are organizations in the community that you can look to collaborate with, and even us, maybe the PMA, we can see how we can help as well. And I know SRDF is really helping in that vein too. And so all those possibilities can be explored, and for a smoother and more rewarding, I mean, for everybody, because I know, again, with those activities, persons would personally have had to go into their own funds to contribute as well. A lot of the times, just out of not even expecting it back, but just for the good of the houses, for the good of what you're trying to achieve and all of that. And again, kudos to those kind-hearted persons, their benevolence and of course their full generosity to actually execute all of that as well. You can share your comment.
Yes, we do have an individual who has been with us religiously from the time I have been at HCSS. She goes by the name of Miss Sandy, who's Kimani's mom. Yes, every year she prepares the lunch for the athletes. She doesn't charge us, we just give her the ingredients and she would prepare it for us. And it's like it's something that she enjoys doing.
Right.
And she always does it for us every. So I would like to thank her for that. We really appreciate it because I'm sure some of the houses would have to pay for their lunch for the athletes, and we do not have to do that.
Also Lila's mom.
Yes, and Lila's mom as
that's
well.
true.
She has donated pom-poms for the cheerleaders, the athletes. Every year she donates, and it's very good for individuals in the community to be helping the athletes in such a way.
Wow. That's nice.
And
Yes,
somebody
it
else.
is.
I was allowed to
Kel's
refer more.
Supermarket.
Kel's Supermarket
Yes,
as
Kel's
well.
Supermarket
Every year.
always
He
donates to us.
donates
I think he was a past cup after as well, so he normally
every year. He gives money towards the house.
Okay.
And anybody else that we may have missed, we
We're
appreciate
sorry,
it.
but we
Yes.
appreciate you all so much.
What message do you really think this sends to the rest of the school about consistency and excellence? Like I said earlier in our conversation, every house wants to take it home, but when you draw back and you realize, like, what is it that Clarke is doing different? Like 3P, like, oh, those guys are giving us big licks, What
I think
trend does it really set for the school itself?
SCSS is definitely a school of, I would say, amazing students. Like, I can genuinely say we have some of the best students on the island, quote unquote. I might not know, I cannot relate to the other schools, I'm not taught, but I'm speaking for these that I have taught, those that I've crossed paths with. And a lot of these kids are coming from areas that we or society, whoever, would deem, not the best and whatnot. And these children are breaking barriers, doing what they're supposed to do and coming out on top. And of course, we were just awarded School of Sports, right?
Yeah,
So I
it's
mean,
why I
that
asked
speaks
that
for
sure, yes.
itself. That speaks for itself, and it speaks to the parents who are also doing their part to ensure that their kids are, remaining on top. So I would say it comes with a little bit of motivation from us at the school. We do a lot of that. The teachers, like during sports season and even before that, after that, we are motivating. Like, keep going, do your best. And I can speak for the Clarke House in saying that we talk a lot.
Oh,
Our athletes must be tired. Like, we beg, we say, please, just run. It's one race, just try. And they come out for second. And even when they don't come out, in the top
Yeah.
three, we're still very grateful. So I think it definitely does a lot for their intrinsic motivation as well, to just, give them a little pep in their step. So I think the thing that separates Clarke House is definitely how we motivate our students. A little hug here and there, a little, you did great, don't worry,
it's
that's
not all about
fine.
winning.
It's not all about winning,
participating.
participation. Yeah, so I think our motivation, how we motivate our athletes and our students in the house, definitely goes a very long way. So I think that definitely contributed to the free this year.
And with that three-peat now secured, I'm hoping it's secured. What is next for the Clarke House?
Definitely the house party.
Yes.
And then working towards next year's victory, but the road race and what's to come afterwards. So yeah, that's definitely next.
If the momentum continues and all efforts have been put in place, you can definitely see a four-peat.
Yes,
For sure.
hopefully
Or you
so.
can see Tuse giving you a licks.
Our lower school athletes are coming up, but Tuse has a good bunch as well. So we're a little worried. But we're hoping that next year we get a little more competition. The competition is fiercer, because at the end of the day, it's not fun if everybody is just allowing us to win. We want
need
the
competition.
And I think like this year it was a competition because Tuse was adamant that they would not be last, and we were adamant that we were not losing the trophy. So
We all came hungry for it.
From the very beginning.
Yep.
If not Clarke, and again maybe Tuse, but who else would you actually foresee losing to?
I would say it's
Because
anybody's
I'm not hearing
game.
anything of Iron Rodney, like you'll bury them. No?
And we definitely did not, because in the team sports, Rodney has the better netball team.
Netball team
And
even
basketball team. They're very, very strong. Shot put, as well as the table tennis. That's their thing. And for Ira, it would be cricket, and they have the better football team as well. And tug of war is always a fight to the finish with Tuse and Clarke. So everybody really has their strong suits. It's just that we kind of maintain the position in all of the sports, because we were adamant we were not losing the trophy. Yeah, so that's definitely it.
Miss Nole, how do you keep students hungry and motivated after such sustained success?
It depends on the relationship I have with the student, because you have to approach certain students differently. Some of them, they just want the motivation. So I would speak to them. I would tell them that, they can do it, give them the motivation, because sometimes that's all they need. Sometimes they're scared to participate, but they have the talent. So if you motivate them, that will work. Some other students, you have to give them something to look forward to. I don't want to say bribery, but some of them you have to tell them, if you win, I will get you this or I will get you that. So some of them, that works with them as well. Yes.
But they do not like to hear, if you win.
Yes. Some of them, they would be like, don't worry, miss, because you said this or that, I will win. Yes. So it depends on the type of student you're approaching. So and that's one thing with us, I must say, Miss Nole, we have a good relationship with our athletes, and they are always willing to do something or participate for the house. We have a student called Jada. She's not an athlete, but she's always willing to participate because she wants to give points towards the house.
Yeah.
So I can pick up Jada on that.
Yeah, correct.
Reflection time on a personal level as house masters. What has this success actually taught you? What lessons learned? One looking at the other.
I would definitely say I've definitely become more of a communicator. I mean, we work on, and I would say Noella handles everything financial in the house, and I would just come up with the ideas and just pour it out there, and everybody say, yeah, that's it, agree and whatnot. We make it work. But I would definitely say, as a professional, as a sports person, as an enthusiast, as a lover of my students, because sometimes the job gets a little hectic, but I love my kids. So I would say I've definitely grown. I'm more of a communicator. I'm definitely more organized, structured, and I've made a lot of good little friends, I would say, just begging and asking and receiving. So I've gotten to know a lot of amazing people along the way. So that's definitely contributed to my growth as a teacher and as a person on the whole. So
I think you said it beautifully. But I also think that I think it taught me that to come out victorious, it takes a lot of work, a lot of time out of school. When you're home, you're planning. You have a little anxiety sometimes because you're not sure if
things don't go to plan.
Yes, if things will go to plan, or it will turn out the way you expect. So I think it taught me to just relax a little more. Don't pressure yourself, because what will be once you have done the most that you can. So I think I learned it that way. And like you said, a better communicator to the different persons in our house, learn how to work with others, give out tasks and finances as well, because we have to feed the kids. So I had to ensure that we always have enough funds for water on the days, because they're always thirsty, foods, little treats, snacks, fruits. So it helped me to learn how to balance your money a little more. Yeah.
Well said for the both of you. Now that we're on, this specific discussion, I want to just ask you, what advice would you lend to your competitors in terms of wanting to actually pave this very same success path?
I would say trial and error.
Yeah.
Trial and error. Just keep trying, just keep pushing, just keep motivating, and then whatever is to be will be.
And meanwhile, can continue to start.
And maintain a good relationship with the students, even after sports. Because some of them would say, Miss, sports is over, so you're not checking me. Some of them would say that. Some of them feel like only when it's sports time that we know them. So if you can, check on them throughout the year, that would be something important as well.
I'm happy you also made mention, it might be a concern, what happens outside of the sporting arena. Like you made mention, sports is over. Are there social activities, engagements that the teachers could still meet with the students and just check in with them, spend that little time? Why a lot of the times our students may not be academically inclined. Yeah, they shine on the battlefield, but then in the classroom, they're not the best. And I think this is where teachers as well should have, personal interactions with them. Find out how they are at home, if everything is okay, because the home too tend to affect the children's potential. So sometimes you have to kind of be a parent to them. Sometimes they lack all of those guidance at home too. So the school can really help bring that comforting place for them to spill the beans if needs be, not just sports. And rightfully they feel isolated after sports has passed, because nobody seems to care about them anymore. So you all just needed us for the races and now we've just cast aside. They feel like that. And sometimes it just might be the truth too. So if it is, and I think maybe it needs a revisiting to do things differently, like more maybe one-on-one and reach out. And sometimes you may just see patterns with them as well too and say, that is not like you. Why you said such a thing? Or what is that behavior about? And then they will just pour out to you.
I think again it goes back to the relationship that you really have with the student, because at the end of the day we spend 8 hours of our day with these kids day in and day out, Monday to Friday. So you would definitely know when something is up, and if the student feels comfortable telling you, then they do. Normally I say, well, if you don't want to tell me right now, write it, I'll read it and you send it to me later or something of that sort. So it definitely goes back to the relationship that you have with the student. But these days, as society is changing, the world is changing, it becomes more difficult to have a relationship with a student where that student will feel it's okay to talk about things because they, in their minds, they don't want to be burdens and, oh, Miss Nole has so much to do, I don't want to bother and talk about it. So it really takes a lot from the teacher to say, hey, what's up? I realize that you are not yourself today. So again, it goes back to the relationship that you really have with the student. I would say I always try my best to ask everybody, hey, what's up? How are you? That kind of stuff, just to make sure that the mind is where it's supposed to be. Again, these are teenagers, so they are going through their own little things that they do not feel comfortable talking about as yet. So again, it's definitely the relationship that you have with the student and how comfortable they feel telling you anything or talking to you about anything. So, but after sports, we basically maintain the same thing in the Clarke house. Everybody comes, hey, Miss Nole, Miss Victor, how are you? Hey, Miss, good morning, that kind of stuff. Just checking in. So I think that's not a problem for us in the Clarke house as well. We still check on our students. We still check on our kids the same way. So we don't have that issue. That's all I would say. If anything, they might be tired of us. We definitely don't have that issue.
Okay. A concern that I may have. Constantly, I encounter students and you simply ask, how was school today? Oh, Miss, I hate school, I hate the teacher. How do you reference such? And I do not think it should ever come to that point where a student would definitely dislike school to that extent and kind of transfer that to the teacher as well. I think students sometimes too believe they can always have their way.
Yeah.
And they need to come to an understanding that when you're in a school setting, there are behaviors that definitely cannot be tolerated. And you need to have positive attitude at school and be able to accept corrections as well. I'm not the educators here, I will just leave that for you, but then that's what I've encountered with some of my members from the PMA club.
Again, I would say we are raising holistic children, and school is a place where holisticness should be practiced. So I would definitely say sometimes the students feel as if there is not enough happening at the school that really is fun to them, because again, we are not raising only academic students or children. We're basically raising students who are holistic and well-rounded. So I think probably the times they're saying that is probably maybe term 1 or term 3 when it's boring and they don't have any activities at the school. But I know right now we have a thriving student council and they try to do their best to ensure that school is fun. Sports also does that and brings back something fun. We just had a really cool Valentine's lunch. I couldn't even go because it was sold out. So I think it really goes back to the activities that the school plans and how often regular interested the students are to actually partake in those. So I think that definitely goes back to whether they like it or they hate it. So I would definitely say the activities that I've learned, and if they're actually attending and they want to do it. Tomorrow we haven't anything but a bad day. So I hope tomorrow they don't tell you they hated it.
Also, being a part of the student council, we can see a lot of the students, especially the Form 5, some of the Form 5s, were saying that for the entire time they're there, nothing has happened in the school. So we can say that the next activity would be the bike race, because not everything is. A lot of the activities we do, you would see a lot of girls attending and not just the boys. So we're trying to do something gender inclusive. So the boys looking forward to the bike race a lot.
Wow, that's exciting. Miss Nole, you wish to share, or you just tell me Miss Nole tied it in already?
No, but they're right. I think it's based on the time of the year, because if like September, school has just started, there are not many activities to say that they are interested in or they find that is fun. So then they may say, school was boring, they didn't enjoy it. But closer towards road race or second term, when we have all these activities like sports, Valentine's, Independence, you have Island Champs coming up as well. Around this time.
How ready are you guys?
Oh, we're ready, of course. We have a good couple of athletes, I believe.
Yeah.
One looking at the other. We are ready.
Yeah. So I think around that time they are more excited And for term coming up, they should have clubs,
Yeah.
the different community clubs, they have it. So then I believe they will be more excited. So I think it's based on the child's interest and the time of the term. Because the world is changing, nowadays, things that were fun for us are not fun for them. And they have new ideas that we may not be open to. So I think it depends on the child as well.
Nice. Do you think, I'm not grilling you guys, do you think the school has a strong support system? If yes, tell me. If no, I still need to know. Why not?
I can speak from a student's view, and it's like in between. There's some teacher, well, all of the teachers that teach me, including Miss Nole and Miss Victor, even if they don't teach me, I'm always around them. I can speak for the teachers that teach me, and Miss Nole and Miss Victor. They will definitely know when something up with me, because if I quiet, they'll be like, "What happened to you?" Because they'll be telling me like I always talking, or you always run around the school or something like that. So if they just see me sitting in one place and I'm talking, I'm at the back of the class, not even participating, they'll be like, "Okay, something wrong with you." And back to what you were saying about the teachers, when the students will say they hate the teachers. From a student's point of view, I can tell you it's probably not about they hate the teachers, it's just about how the teachers come off to them. A lot of the teachers, they don't look at where the student coming from. They will just go solely based off their authority. So if a student will come to ask them a question or something, some teachers, not all, will probably brush them off or say that's a stupid question or something. How are students supposed to come to you and ask you about something that happened in class, and knowing that they're going to get the response of, "Oh, that's a stupid question"? They're not going to come back to you if that's how you're approaching them.
True. And I think maybe added to that as well could be a transfer of the mood or energy as well. Sometimes maybe based on how they feel, they actually, transfer that. Let me hear from the boys as well. So keep quiet. Either one of you.
He's thinking.
Okay,
Well,
whilst you're
while he's
thinking,
thinking.
can I hear from you? Yes. Yes.
It's about what?
What you think?
About the support
The
system
support
at the
system at
school.
the school. Do you think that you are receiving enough support? Do you think that you are?
Yeah, miss, most teachers, you getting the support from them. I don't have no teacher I really dislike, because all teachers, they treated me the same way. Nobody in particular I can say that not treating me the way they're supposed to. So
Who do you have a go-to teacher or teachers?
my own teachers, Miss Victor and Mr. Carrasco.
Nice. You ready?
Tell me what you said.
Okay. Yeah, that's a support system right there. It's almost time for us to end this interesting discussion. I just want to ask, do you, for 2026, what do you all, project for SCSS, and even for you individually, those who want to share?
For SCSS, I would definitely see a little more exposure to all of the things that we are capable of doing and are doing. I feel like probably the world St. Lucia needs to, see what we are capable of, and not just only through sports, through everything else that we have done. Science fair, science quiz, the academics, that kind of stuff. So for me personally, it's just growth. I always aspire to grow. I don't like to be stagnant. I love to see myself reaching new heights and doing new things. So that's just all it will be for me, just growth and growing.
Okay, let me just touch a little, since you made mention of new things. Do you see yourself in another profession?
I love my kids, I do. The journey never stops, the growth never stops. So whatever God deems sweet, I think I'm going to let him lead. But as of right now, SCSS is home. My students are home, and I'm okay with home for right now. But in the future, I would say it's all about the growth. So wherever it takes me.
This time she spoke on her behalf. Yes.
Like Miss Nole said, it's all about the growth. I don't think anybody wants to be at the same spot all their life. So I would like to improve on myself, personally and professionally. So in the next couple of years, whether I'm at SCSS or not, I see myself doing bigger things, improving, achieving my goals, and just being a better person than I am today. I love my kids, like Miss Nole said, but if God chooses to give me something that He feels is better for me, who am I to refuse?
Exactly.
True.
Yes.
Missy?
Next year for CSS, well, I'm deciding back. Well, for this year, I decide to go back up for the council as president again. I find we going well for now. I find our activities are in check. We have everything, our rubric. Miss Didi, Miss Alcee, they help us along the way. So I'm looking forward to being the head of the council. Personally, I will not say I need to cut down on what I do because I love everything that I do. The sports, academics, clubs. I just think because I'm going to Form 5, at least 2 need to remove from the equation or balance more because I find that I am balancing it well. It's just when I go home, I'm very tired to the point where I just want to go down on my bed and sleep. Yes.
That's all of us sometimes. If you were to become president, 2 things you would implement in the school and why?
So it was also in my speech this year as I'm first vice, but when I went over it again, I saw that they wouldn't really have time. And I wanted to implement a Creole program in the school for children to learn because they have a lot of children in the school. Yes, they're from St. Lucia, but they don't even know the language. And also the way of how the school looks. There is a lot of mirrors in the school, but I feel like they could have more to have the school looking bright and not just dead. A lot of our windows, that's something that I wanted to bring up also for our meeting yesterday, which was, I was not even at school. And it was the windows that are in the school to fix them, the Form 4 block, etc. Because it really needs a touch up. Yeah.
Your administrators are there and they've noted this point. Any final words to Clarke House supporters and the school community?
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. So all of the athletes who paved the way for those that we have now, really supported, to everybody who sends a kind word, to everybody who makes sure that they're posting it's Clarke season, because that would be our hashtag 3 in a row. Thank you to everybody who always supports, who always donates, who always encourages. Thank you to the parents who always handle whatever Miss Victor, myself, the rest of the Clarke House cannot handle. We say thank you so much. And thank you to the other houses for always supporting, encouraging, for always giving us the competition that we also deserve and thrive on. Yes, and thank you as well to the administration for allowing us to basically do what we do when it comes to sports, because at the end of the day, we really don't need all of the drama that we do on the road. So thank you to everybody who's always supporting. It means so much to us. And yes, once again, thank you so much.
And all I have to say is I'm going to miss the school. Sports is fun.
Yes.
Yeah, sports
Can
season is
agree
the
on
best
that.
season.
Yes.
Sports season is the best season for sure.
And with the best season comes the planning behind the scenes for this historic achievement. How would you like to close? Feel free, if anybody is celebrating, to do your shout outs, family member, anybody you want to shout out, just call Piz. Feel free.
Shout out to Johnson St. Pierre for watching.
Agreed. Agreed.
Our athletes, Adapt of the house. Rhea, Philip, Shaquan, Kimani, Donovan, Chalian, all of them. Kenna,
Yes.
our new athletes, and
David.
all of them.
O'Neill.
Great.
John and
Yeah.
Bryce.
Yes. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and free in a real Clarke footage.
Is that how we end? We going out with a bang?
Yeah.
Give me some shout outs for Clarke House. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
That's not good enough. Not nice. Hip
We
hip.
should sing the theme song before we go.
10 minutes to the hour of 11 a.m. in Surface and Lotion, of course, the Eastern Caribbean. You've heard it all from the house masters, Clarke House. It is 3P. Can I just say 3 in a row? And of course, they're willing to claim this title, coming on stronger 2027. Kudos to that. Continue the hard work. Do not give up. Keep grounded. Keep motivated. And I'm saying they're officially going to invite me to that celebration.
Oh, yes.
Yes, for sure. At this time, this is where we end our edition for today, Thursday, the 19th of February, 2026. It has been immense pleasure. And of course, to those of you online, thank you so much for tuning in. Johnson St. Pierre, yes, thank you to you as well. Mr. Bryanson, Stackert, Solange, thank you also to you and the rest online platforms. We say thank you. It's been immense pleasure. SCSS, thank you. Have a productive day.
Thank you.